Hello and welcome into my channel, Skies and Flora. My name is Shaka, and just for everyone who's been watching and supporting and commenting, I just want to say thank you very much, and if you're new here, welcome in, and if you're returning, welcome back. And again, as always, just do like, share and subscribe if you like what I'm putting down. So just for some newcomers, just to let you know, I don't read reversals generally. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I read the cards intuitively. And this is just a general, and as you will see from the title, this is from the 26th of June to the 3rd of July. And this is just a general weekly check-in, pick a card reading, just seeing what comes up, seeing what energies we're working with. Just as a kind of note, just putting it out there, so we have a new moon in Cancer coming up this week on the 28th, and we are officially now into Cancer season. So just when I was tuning in, just before I press record, I got the word resettlement, interestingly, and so resettlement means a resettling of things. Do you know, Gemini's air energy, very fast moving, Mercurian, like communication, it's about socializing, there's a lot of movement in Gemini, whereas Cancer is, you know, the sign of home, settlement, hearth. And obviously this a water sign, so about coming into our emotions, and the resettlement just feels like a resettling of emotions, a chance to kind of come back to a place, or come back to a feeling of home, but that home might look different, it might feel different. So it's a resettlement, and kind of reorganizing yourself and finding a little bit of stability, possibly in a new place. So that's just the general energies. This is kind of what I'm picking up for this week ahead. And so without further ado, we'll just get into the reading. I'll stop talking now. And so as always, got 3 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. And I've got the energy oracle cards, which we'll get 3 of as well during the readings. And like I said, we'll just see what comes up, what we're working with this week. So take a moment, just drop into your heart. Connect to just opening what do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now for this week ahead? And then pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. And then once we're all set, we'll begin. Okay, so welcome in pile number 1. Energy oracles. What does pile number 1 need to know for this week? Please, Spirit. What are we working with this week? 3 cards. Okay, we've got Journey. 2 more, please. Cornucopia. Love it. Moving towards abundance, moving towards... it's interesting. I heard what's righteous. So what's rightfully yours? What's right for you? Let's see. One more, please, Spirit. There's some movement here. There's some action. There's some action that needs to be taken here. Yeah? I don't think it's going to come to you. I don't think it's going to drop on your lap. You're going to have to initiate something here. So one more, please, Spirit. One more, please. Pile number 1. Right. I'll take the one that's turned up. That one turned out as well. I'll take it. Caring connections. They've come out together. Angel of strength. Okay. Caring connections. Angel of strength. So let's see what the cards say. This is feeling relational. It's interesting because at first I thought this was relational as well. So let's see. This is like the Strength card. This is like the Lovers. Okay, Spirit, pile number 1, please. What do we need to know right now? What do we need to know right now, please, Spirit? This is feeling like a reconciliation or a mending of a relationship. Let me see. But there's some effort here. There's some, you know, in order to reap the bounty, there's some action that needs to be taken here. Let's see. So you've got 2 2s and 2 5s. So you've got 14 and a 5, a 2 and an 11. So this is about coming together. You know, 2s are interesting. They're paradoxical because they're about union, but they're also about separation. And 5s are about change. So there's something, like I said, this resettlement, this theme, this renegotiating. This is kind of reaping. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see what else. Peace, Spirit. Okay. 3 of Swords. Okay. But the swords are out now. Okay. Queen of Swords. Some decisions have been made. Yeah, you've had to make some decisions here. You've had to be, yeah, very forthright is what I'm seeing here. What we can't see. So this is what's coming and this is what we can't see. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. King of Swords. All right, so we've got the 2 and we've got an Ace of Swords, new beginning. Right, 2 new beginnings, 2 aces, 2 new beginnings. This is what we can't see that's coming. Well, we've got, you know, like I said, we've got a couple on the board, King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I'll be honest, out of all of the suits, this is a couple. They're not the, like, you know what I mean? They're the swords, yeah? So these 2 together, I'm not really surprised there's maybe been a little bit of contention in the past, is what I'm saying, yeah? Let's see. Let me get into the energies first. So I feel like I said, we've had a period of separation, or we've had a period of difficulty in this relationship. I feel like you've been very proactive, whoever I'm speaking to. And again, swap around the energies. I might be speaking to you, I might be speaking to a cross-watcher. And, you know, so take the energies as they fit. But here, I've got you, you know, like I said, there's been a separation, there's been some difficulty in this relational area, but I feel like you've used this time to really get to know yourself. You've taken this time to focus on your own path, on your own happiness, on your own, you know, I say your own garden. You know, it's a 9 of Pentacles. So this is, you know, this is a woman who's in her garden. You know, sometimes it's called the single person's card. Obviously, she's here in this garden on her own. But she's very contented in this garden. Yeah. So it's, you know, she's worked very hard. She's got a very abundant garden. She's built her environment up to be very comfortable for herself. And so I feel like that's what's happened here. You know, the 3 of Swords, it's come out of heartbreak, but the swords are out now, yeah? So we've done a lot of healing. And so if this is a reconciliation, if there's a bit of a, you know, if something's coming back around again, and there's a kind of thought about, should I, you know, I think there's potential here, but it's going to require some energy and effort on your part, and obviously on the part of your partner as well. You've got Strength card, you know, that's the strength presiding over. I think that's, you know, this gentle strength. It's a strength of heart, a strength of spirit to manage, you know, what is really a connection here, genuine connection. And there's a bounty to be had here. There's something, you know, some juice to be squeezed out of this is what I'm trying to say. You know, there's much to be gained out of this, but I feel like it's going to require effort for both of you. Yeah, let's have a look. Let me see. Let's get into these 2. All right. So what I see with these two couple. So if this is you and your person, what I'm seeing here, these are two people who've got a lot in common. You're very much going in the same direction, got very similar ideas about life, very, very similar mentally, yeah? But sometimes they say, you know, similarity can breed contempt, yeah? So when you're too similar, sometimes it's almost like you know each other too well. And the key here really is communication. To be coming out of swords, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 swords out of 6 cards. This is really about communication and clear communication. But there's no heart, there's no cups here, so it's not emotive. This is really like, you both are very, very similar. Very, very similar. Let me see what else is coming up here. So your king here is a bit more stubborn. I feel like whoever the queen is, this queen is a little bit more open for reconciliation. Yeah, a little bit more open. You got the butterfly here, open for this transformation. Yeah, I feel like a little bit more open. And it's, you know. This is very interesting. It's actually very sweet. But I feel like you're not very lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey. Yes, this isn't really like a touchy-feely relationship, really lovey-dovey. But at the same time, there's a lot of care here. There is a lot of love. There's a big connection here. Let me get some clarified. So I feel like the Queen wants commitment. She's got the Ace of Pentacles. There's an offer here, a commitment. The King of Swords here, you know, is still, feels like still kind of, I feel like a little bit, still in his head and still really, I feel like quite attached to the idea of things. This is what I'm seeing here. It's like really attached to the idea of things. And maybe a little bit less embodied, because you're at this Ace of Pentacles. So the Queen is ready, hand offering out, ready for a reconciliation. And I feel the King wants this as well, but just is approaching this slightly differently. So let me just get some clarifiers on this King. So you're both on the same page, but you're both just approaching this slightly differently, which is where communication could really help and clear things up. Because I really think that you both really want the same things. You're both really on this, like I said, on the same page. But there's obviously been a disconnect in the past. And so this is just about clearing things up a little bit. Yeah, getting things back on track. So let's see. Let me just get some clarifying on this King of Swords. What does he want from Spirit? Okay, all right. It's a lot. All right. So like I said, wow, it's coming out. It's King of Wands and King of right, but this is good. So this is like this is a bit different aspects of him, yeah, coming out. So I feel like, all right, this is really positive, yeah. It's actually really positive. 3 of Cups definitely wants, you know, friendship, reconciliation, yeah. I think there's been some harsh words spoken in the past. I feel like there's a lot of regret here on the part of this King. I feel like that's where this avoiding is kind of like not really wanting to kind of really, there's a lot of guilt here, I feel. A lot of guilt. And a lot of shame actually around this. And that's how he's choosing to kind of manage that shame, is to just sort of go, all right, let's stick, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of, you know, he's not comfortable, yeah, with just owning that. But here you've got the King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So this is him showing different sides of himself. Still no King, still no Cups. The only Cups here is this 3 of Cups, which again, like says, I don't know if you've been built on a friendship. So your relationship has emerged from a friendship. That's what I say. You've got a lot in common. You know, very, very similar but just a very different ways of approaching things. Like I said, I think this king does want a reconciliation. I think the queen is definitely open, but she wants a commitment. And there's just a little bit of guilt here with this king. I think there's been some harsh words in the past. But this is him showing a different side, coming out as King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So again, it's still not like very heart energy. But he's willing to be a bit more dynamic. I feel like there's a little bit of openness of exploring things a bit more. So I feel like, again, I can just say this feels positive. I think the key here is communication. Again, this is a bit of a journey, so take this as a journey. Things don't happen overnight. This isn't going to be an instant thing. I feel like this is something that's going to be, you know, that requires you to take, you know, steps, requires action. And again, king and queen, you've got kings and queens. This is mature energies. This is about communicating with maturity. And particularly with the swords, it's very clear communication. Yeah, there's no explosive, emotive energy here, just a lot of swords. So we need to get around the table, we need to get talking, and needing to get things back on track, because I think that's what both of you want, but maybe both are just seeing it slightly differently and just needing to communicate and just get a bit clear. Angel of strength, you know, just guiding you through to be strong with this process. It is a journey, but there is a lot of what both of you want can come out of this. There's a lot of care here. Anything else? Yeah, I think just go steady. So whoever, you know, there's the harsh words, the one who's made the most mistakes. There's a lot of guilt here, a lot of, you know, regret. So go steady with that. Work with that energy, yeah? This feels like, you know, just tread carefully. It's been a lot of, it's been a journey to get here, yeah? So I hope that resonates. Do let me know, as always, in the comments. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope that helps, and I will see you again next time. Hello and welcome in, pile number 2. So I'm just going to get you a few energy oracle cards first of all. So we're going to get 3 of these. So pile number 2, energy for this week. What do we need to know right now, please, Spirit? Almost. Okay. Beautiful. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. That's crown chakra, that is. What do we need to know right now, please, Spirit? Pile number 2. What do we need to know right now? Adjacent possibilities, okay. So really needing to stay close to that crown chakra energy in order to make some decisions and take, this feels like quite a pivotal time. So let me see. Yeah, that you're progressing, so you're at 5 to the 6. Let's see what, 3rd card, please, Spirit. What do you need to know right now? Pile number 2. There it is. Action. Okay. Yeah, this is like the Chariot. So this just feels like where you're going, you're moving forward. I'm just asking what's happened, because where we are now, I might explore where this has come from, but where we are now, in order to move forward, we need to be making some choices. Yeah, there's a few opportunities. I feel like there's a few options in front of you. I think it's quite important that you make the right, take the right option. Yeah, and in order to do this, I think it just means about being connected. You know, that crown chakra, just being connected to your higher self. And this action is, that's what's going to take you and drive you forward. You've got those 2 horses. let's see what the cards say. Because there's a lot more to this. I can feel there's a lot more to this story. So let me see. All right. Okay, Spirit, illuminate. Pile number 2, please. What do we need to know right now? What do we need to know right now? Please. 9 of Pentacles. How interesting. Pile number 1 got 9 of Pentacles in exactly the same place. So, let's see. Hey, Spirit. Pile number 2, please. What do we need to know right now? Okay, Justice. We have 5 of Cups. Okay, I will take those. 9 of Wands, Empress, 2 of Cups. Beautiful. Right. All right, you're being asked to be very resourceful. I feel like there's almost like it doesn't feel like a test, but it kind of feels like there's just something just being required of you. Because I heard there's a song, is it Shells by Fly? But turn these there's a line in it that says turn these burdens into blessings. And I think that's what you're being asked to do, because you've got these 2 nines here, you've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. And 9 of Wands is obviously about, you know, been through the wars, you know, had some lessons, you know, having to be really resilient in the face of change, lots of lessons, lots of twists and turns on the journey. It feels like twists and turns, like you know, the times where you thought you were doing one, you know, going one direction, and then it sort of changed. And so a lot of that where things, so that's why I say I feel like there's a lot been happening to get to this point where, you know, there's been a bit of a journey here, turning these burdens into blessings. You got the 5 of Cups. This is in the area of love, and you got the 2 of Cups as well, which I'll come to, the Empress and the 2, because this is where the action is. This is what you're being asked in order to invite this 2 of Cups in, emotional connection. And that's what I say, this 9 of Pentacles. And interestingly, I said in pile number 1, the 9 of Pentacles is someone who's invested in themselves, someone who's invested in their own journey and invested in their own path. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles, you know, I know sometimes people call it the single person's card, but it's also a card of someone who's independent, really, more than anything. It's not necessarily that they're single, but it's that they're independent in thought, independent in mind. This is someone who sticks by what they feels right, their path, what their road, no matter what anyone else is doing. 9 of Pentacles is not someone who's following the crowd. 9 of Pentacles is who knows, like, you know, because obviously she's in her garden, yeah? She's creating her own garden, she's very comfortable. But it's her garden, yeah? So she's planted you know, roses and grapes here in this. But, you know, for someone else, they might, you know, they might plant foxtrots and geraniums. You know what I mean? This is about your specific, what is it you want to plant? And, you know, it's your thing. And then enjoy it, yeah, and not be looking over the neighbour's fence and going, maybe I should have, you know, this is your, like, again, just sticking to you, doing you, basically, yeah, and not really following the crowd, yeah, and that's, you've created something, again, quite unique for yourself. And this has brought back some balance. So this is what has been needed here. Yeah, some balance back into this, yeah. And I feel like there's been a struggle here with this, you know, because there's been heartache, there's been sadness, there's been disappointment. There's been the spilt cups, this 5 of Cups here, with, you know, mourning the loss. And this justice really feels like, again, it feels like balance. So like I said, I feel that's where I say it feels almost karmic. And I don't want to say this like a test, but it's almost like you've had to learn how to turn this into your own blessings. Like turn it into your own blessings. This is what's bringing balance back. This is what's bringing the harmony. And then you've got the Empress and the Two of Cups. So again, the Empress is resourceful. The Empress is creates abundance. Yeah, very much very attractive is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, and then attracting in this connection. This feels more aligned. Empress obviously is a pinnacle energy. This is a major arcana. This is archetypal feminine. So this is like, again, maturation. The Empress holds all of the Queen's energy in one. And I don't think this is about, because I know some people say, you have to be fully healed and you have to know, all of this to invite relationship. And I don't think that's true. But there's some truth in this here for you. There was some balance that had to be remade where you've had to take back some independence. Yeah? And maybe there's been over-giving in the past, and actually what we've had to do is draw back a bit to bring some balance, and again turn these disappointments into blessings. And then you've got the Empress blossoming, really blossoming. Let me get some clarifiers on this. But there's some choices here. So what are the choices? I want to say, right, let me ask, what are the choices? And yeah, what are the choices, please, Spirit? What? Tell me. Yeah, so we've got the Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So if this is, I really do recommend you go and watch pile number 1 if you haven't watched it already, because this really feels like something very similar. And you've got the King of Swords coming up again. So again, what is the choices? Seven of Cups, Four of Cups. There's been disappointment in the past. There's been lack of getting what we want. And I feel like this is causing a bit of confusion about what do I want. Because maybe there's some ideas around what you can get and what's possible for you. And this is causing a confusion. And it's kind of like, oh, well, it all goes wrong in the end anyway. So, what's the point? But you've definitely got connection here. You've got Two of Cups and then you've got a couple here. King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Your King of Swords here is still in the game. Yeah? He's still in the game. He's still here. He's showing up. Something shifted here where you're more concerned. Like it's almost like because you've done this, you've turned these burdens into blessings, and now it's almost like now because my Queen of Pentacles, like you know your worth, you know your value, you know your worth because you've given that now to yourself. They're still here. I really feel like there's a lot of hope here. You've got Empress, Two of Cups, yeah? But maybe there's a bit of confusion here. There's a bit of, let me just get this clarifier. This is the choices here, yeah? It requires action. It's going to require, this is a very similar message to pile number 1. It's going to require effort and action, but we want this to come from an aligned place, yeah? So if this is based on what's happened in the past, and there's recriminations about what's happened in the past, then again it's about rebalancing that. Whatever this is, let me ask, what is this, a fresh start? No, is this just clarify this couple here for me, please, Spirit. Just one card, please, just clarify. World, yeah, new start, yeah. That's it. Either you leave it behind, yeah. Whatever's happened in the past, you've got to leave it behind. So it's really about, I don't want to say a fresh start because it's not necessarily a fresh start. But it's really a new chapter. So it's a closing of the door on something and starting a new chapter. And I think we need to be really, really connected to our higher self here, because there's a real danger, a real possibility that all past stuff comes into it, and then you're like, you know, all the recriminations about the past. And actually there's really an opportunity here to build something in this union, in a relationship. I think there's a bit of confusion. Is this what I want? Is it not what I want? Again, you've got choices, but this is an opportunity for a new chapter. You know, connect with your higher self. You've got some choices here, but I think there's a real opportunity for you to make the right choice, whatever that may be. Yeah, if it is in this union, then it has to be right. Yeah, but I feel like, again, you've got 2 cups, you've got the 2 couples here. You know, King of Swords, I know he's not always in his heart space. I know he's a little bit defensive. He's not, you know, he's not like the softest, yummiest, juiciest, loving king in the deck. We know that, but he's showing up, and I really feel like he wants this, yeah? But he might not be showing up in the way that you maybe want or expect. But there's an opportunity here for you both to work together. That's why you've got these 2. You've got the action, yeah? You've got the 2 horses were coming together, the black horse and the white horse. Opposites, you know, it's not easy sometimes, you know, both of you kind of like this, and you've got to bring those horses together. It's not easy, but there is a chance for a new chapter here, and it is a new chapter. There has been some lessons that have been learned, some balance has been, you know, brought back, some rebalancing which needed to happen, yeah? Some turning these lessons into gems, yeah? Turning them into something fruitful in the Empress, so that we can grow and be ready for this union, yeah? New level, new chapter, okay? I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Please do let me know, as always. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Hello and welcome in, pile number 3. So let's just start by getting energy oracle card first of all. So so pile number 3, please, Spirit. What do we need to know for the week ahead, please? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. Take the one that turned up. So storm warning. So that's like the Tower. Okay. Thinking man. One more, please, Spirit. One more. So they're related. You've got 2 1 cards here. This is a 10, this is a 46. So together they're both a 1. So let's take that. And then you've got appreciation. Okay, so let's see what the cards are saying. Alright, that was the death card. I'm not going to take it because I just want to tune in first. Okay. So one's, you know, obviously one's about new beginnings, new starts. Storm warning is about, I mean, I see the pillars at the back, so this is about rebuilding again. Really, really interesting. Appreciation is really interesting because this is like the 9 of Pentacles, so it's really, really interesting. If this is related to the first 2 readings, because they felt very much related, let's see what comes up. And the King of Swords came up in both readings, and this is, you know, the thinking man is the King of Swords as well. So let's see. Spirit, please. Pile number 3. What do we need to know for this week? All right. Okay, which came up first? Okay. Wheel of Fortune at the end. All right, so all right, okay. bit of churn here, is what I call it. A little bit of churn, a little bit of change, a little bit of kicking up the dust, a little bit of, you know, I want to say conflict. Yeah. Let's see. Page of Wands, Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Then you've got the Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So, what I'm seeing here is quite clear. I'm really seeing this Page of Wands is like, I'm basically not taking any nonsense whatsoever. This Page of Wands, like, I don't want to be bogged down. I don't want to be like dragged down, because I feel like I'm seeing very light of foot. Yeah, like the page likes to be light, likes to be joyful. Like I feel like quite creative, quite like really I won't even say outgoing, and doesn't like to be hemmed in. Yeah, this Page of Wands does not like to be hemmed in, and I feel like whatever's gone down here has kind of tried to bring this page down, and this page has said no, moving on, moving away. Yeah, but you're still kind of stuck in it. So what's going on here? We're still kind of stuck in and amongst it. So let me see. Let me just clarify. What is this about, please? Please clarify. What is this about? Is this a relationship? Is this work? So we've got four. Okay, another four. Two of Wands. Seven of Swords. All right. Okay. Take it how it fits. It could be work. It could be a relationship. This is feeling. Let's get into it. Let's see. Moving on. You know, having to do a little bit of I want to say like reinvestment into yourself, like reconfiguring, reinvesting. You know, I want to say being a bit selfish. This feels like healthy selfish though. But this is like really, this almost just feels like drawing back, healthy selfish. Yeah, because you've got this Five of Swords here. So this feels reactive. So it feels like whatever this energy is, again, lots of swords here. You know, this is another reading with a lot of swords, which I'm very surprised because we're in Cancer season, you know, so where's all the cups? This is all swords. Maybe this is like hangover from Gemini season. But I feel like this is necessary, basically healthy selfishness. Again, this feels very, I'm going to be honest, like it feels very, like this is a very similar message that came up in pile number 1 and pile number 2. But this is, but less so. This feels like absolute no nonsense though. This feels like absolute no nonsense. Here this page is like, if it ain't that, I'm not sticking around, basically. So you've got movement here, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, gone. Yeah? Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords feels like healthy selfishness to me. Five of Swords feels like it's in response to this Five of Swords. So like I say, it's reactive. It's been a response to actions taken by somebody else. So you got, you know, you got 4 fours here, and you know, this is a, you know, So that's why I say, I feel like you're still quite stuck in it. It feels like you're still kind of, whatever this is, you're kind of still in the middle of it. So even though you're trying to walk away here, you're trying to move away here, you're still stuck in this. And that's, maybe this is your storm warning. This is why this is all percolating and brewing. Is this going to come to a head? Is this coming to a head? If this is that, you know, I don't think it is the same message for the same people. I think this is a different message than the first two piles, because here very much feels like there's a separation. Yeah, we're going in separate directions here actually. Seven of Swords underneath the Five of Swords, you know, that's really, yeah, like you're not dealing with that behaviour. Basically, that's not behaviour that you want to stick around in. That's not something you want to work with. That's difficult energy. That's selfish. It's deceitful. It's unconscious. It's low vibe. It's deceptive. Self-deceptive and also deceptive to others. And this is you walking away, but I still feel like you're quite stuck in this at the moment. So let me just get some advice, because you've got this thinking man. So this is about thinking clearly, because storm warning that's a lot of high emotions involved. Yeah, that's a lot of, you know, if this is a committed relationship, if you're still living together, if you're still, you know, in a job and it's all starting to unravel and it's, you know, maybe there's conflict, whatever it is, but it feels like something you're still stuck in the middle of, and you're trying to get out and get away, but you're still very much in it. And so the thinking man just feels like clear thinking, thinking clearly, getting a little bit of distance. Yeah, the thinking man uses his mind, not his emotions. So maybe we've got to get a bit of distance from our emotions a little bit. And take a moment to smell the roses. This is appreciation. Again, this is like the Nine of Pentacles. This is about, you know, coming back to yourself, doing that investing in self, and taking a moment to see what you do have, see what is working, see what you do appreciate. You know, it's a 6 card, so it's about balance again, like rebalancing. It's very interesting. Very, very similar messages all around the board. And then Wheel of Fortune. So we've got a change coming here. I really feel what I'm getting from these cards is a real desire to disentangle myself from somebody who's very deceitful and very conflict orientated, and there's a real strong desire on your part to move away, but there's a lot of heightened emotions here, and we need a bit of clear thinking. So let me just get one more card just before, just as an advice card. So where are we going? Because we need appreciation. So where are we going this week, please, Spirit? Where are we going? Quite a lot. All right, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, and then the 6 of Cups. Okay, so we've got another 6. So again, this is the 6. The sixes are the solution here, which is about balance, which is about reciprocity. It's about equality. You know, Knight of Swords, move methodically, move slowly. Thinking man, you know, let's come out of like the heightened emotions. Yeah. You know, this is about redressing a balance. Queen of Swords makes decisions and sticks with them. That Knight of Wands and that Queen of Swords together is like, I make a decision and sticking with it. 6 of Cups. This is someone. So this is someone you're very, very entangled with. Very, very entangled with. I don't think. I'm going to wrap up, but I'm going to just say this. I don't think this is something that's going to be easily, you know, I think there is a separation happening here of some sorts, whether it's transforming into something else. I'd have to pull more cards. But either there is an absolute separation, or this relationship is transforming and it's going to take another shape. Either way, I think your inclination is right to move away from this energy, to again, this is about, you know, healthy selfishness, absolutely stepping away from any conflict and deceit. And I think the key here is just to get a bit of distance from the heightened emotions, really like a bit of clear thinking. Take the time to do that reinvestment in self. Like I said, this healthy selfishness. make some decisions and then stick with them. So this is about making decisions, strong decisions, and then sticking with them, going with it. And then I think we have a chance to transform this relationship, yeah? Because you're the Six of Cups, it's about reunion, coming back together again. But I think you're a bit of a way off here with these energies here. So it's really interesting, very, very similar messages again to pile number 1 and pile number 2. So maybe have a look at those as well. It doesn't surprise me in Cancer season, you know, a lot of round relationships are coming up. So like I said, I hope that helps. I'll leave it there for now. Please do let me know in the comments. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.